November 1963. 20 miles off the coast of Iceland, the world witnesses a birth. A new island, forged in fire and steam, claws its way into existence. They call it Surtsey. For science, Surtsey was a gift, a sterile blank slate, a perfect real-world laboratory to answer one of life's biggest questions. How does life begin? In the first years, colonization was slow, just as theories predicted. The pioneers were hardy travellers, seeds and spores carried by ocean currents, tiny insects and plant life blown by the fierce North Atlantic winds. For decades, our understanding of this process, called primary succession, was based on these factors. We built ecological models based on the physical traits of plants. How light is their seed? How far can it fly? How long can it float? It was a story of physics and chance. But then the story changed. The colonization accelerated. New complex plants began to appear. Plants whose seeds were heavy, sticky, or had no business crossing 20 miles of open ocean. The models based on wind and water were failing. Scientists were missing a key ingredient. The answer wasn't in the wind, it was in the wind. Birds, gulls, snow buntings, golden plovers. They weren't just visiting, they were building. They came to rest, to nest, and they brought passengers. Seeds hidden in their feathers, caked in the mud on their feet, and, most importantly, carried within their own digestive tracts. This is the focus of groundbreaking new research. Scientists, including Dr. Miguel Verdu of the Doñana Biological Station, began to track not just the plants, but the animals. They found that birds are not just a minor factor. They are the key drivers of plant dispersal. This process, zoochory, was the missing link. As Dr. Verdu states, our findings have far-reaching implications for ecology and conservation. Animals, especially birds, are key drivers of plant dispersal and colonization. On Surtsey, they found that birds were responsible for the arrival of the vast majority of new, complex plant species, creating diversity far faster than any model had predicted. But this discovery on a tiny remote island has enormous consequences for our entire planet. As the climate warms, habitats are shifting. Plants and trees rooted to the spot are being left behind in environments that are becoming too hot or too dry. They can't walk north. They can't just pick up and move. Their only escape route is to have their seeds carried for them. As Dr. Verdu adds, as migration routes shift under a warming climate, birds will play a vital role in helping plants move and adapt to new environments. Surtsey is the proof. It's a real-time demonstration of how ecosystems will be rescued, not just by chance, but by biology. This study fundamentally challenges how we think about ecology. It shows that our old models, which relied only on seed traits or simple classifications, were incomplete. The study calls for new models that account for these real biological interactions. You can't predict where a forest will be in 100 years if you don't also predict where the birds will fly. This is why Surtsey is so invaluable. It is a living lesson, patiently teaching us for over 60 years. Dr. Paul Wasowicz, who co-led the research, puts it best. Long-term research like that, carried out on Surtsey, is invaluable for biology. It allows us to witness ecological processes that would otherwise remain invisible, how life colonizes, evolves, and adapts. Such work is essential for understanding the future of ecosystems in a rapidly changing world. The island born of fire was ultimately given life by the sky. A profound reminder that in a world of constant change, survival is not a solo act. It's a partnership.